Hello there, I'm going to show you how to make this in this tutorial. As you can see, I have a double zipper on this one and a single zipper on this one, just so you can see what they both look like. And I'm going to open this one up. So as you can see, it's great. Let's see what we need to make one of these. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Over 500 tutorials there now, so there's going to be so much for you to be getting on with sewing wise. Let's see what we need to make these. This is my Cricut homepage, and you will find me at Cassie Cartmel. That we'll be working on today is this one. It's sewing around organizer pouch. These are all the dimensions here, and I have a few photographs, so let's flick through here. This is the one that I did with a double zipper, and this is the one that I did with a single zipper. And here we go. So once you want to make it, you're going to click on Make It, and your Cricut Maker needs to be on at this point in time. So it's going to organize everything into the certain colors that I prepped it for. So these are all of the external parts of our organizer pouch. And yes, you do need the 12 by 24. It just made it easier for me to put everything on 12 by 24 because I needed the long pieces. So, and then this is the other one. So you need four of these circles really. So anyway, so these are the externals. These are the internals. Another internal. And I will walk you through what you need to do. Okay, so we're ready to go. We're going to do number one, and we're going to cut all these. These are all the externals. So we are going to press continue. And then it's thinking and thinking, it's trying to connect to my maker. So the foam parts that I used were just craft foam. If you were going to use any sort of vinyl for heat pressing it, I would highly recommend you use something like Soft and Stable. And there's another brand, and I can't remember what it is. I'm not paid nor sponsored to say any of this, by the way. Not paid or sponsored at all. So I will click on the fabric thing. And my point is that if you're using a Soft and Stable, I would highly recommend you just do the parts that need the foam separately. So you've got medium fabrics like cotton. We're going to apply more pressure, and we're going to have that rotary cutter in. So start cutting that one. This is external also, and you can now cut this on a 12 by 12 mat. Click continue. Once again, it's going to connect to your Cricut Maker. You're going to select on fabric. And if you don't know how to change this, you go to browse, and then just go to, it has fabric here, and it's going to show you all the ones that I've got bookmarked. And then here we go. I'm using this one. And click out of this because I have it already. So there we go. And then click more. And then when you're ready to cut, you go ahead and cut. And you're going to be using a rotary blade for this. All of your internal sections and your bindings and stuff like that. So go to continue. Mine's been really slow today, I'm not quite sure why. Okay, fabric, and then more. And then you're still on that rotary blade. So continue on and cut that. The next cut is cut number 4, and this also is the internal section. So you're going to press continue, and you are still going to be on the fabric. Fabric, more, and you're still going to use that rotary cutter. So go ahead and cut that, and then I will explain some of the pieces and we'll start sewing. Okay, it looks like a lot of parts, but just bear with me. So these two sections here are for the top of the pouch. These two are for the bottom of the pouch. This here is for that side bit section, so the circle parts can open fully out. This is the zipper. These are the top and the bottom of the circular pouch. This part here is the handle. These two here, binding, binding. This is the binding for this, and this is the binding for the circles. So let's get started. First of all, we are going to quilt the top and the bottom of the circles in between some foam. I've actually gone to the dollar store and I'm going to see how using the draw liner foams are with this particular pouch. So we are going to quilt the two circles, this one, and then this piece here. So you're going to wedge the both fabrics in between all of the foam sections and just quilt. I'm just going to do some simple lines going all the way down, and I'll meet you back here when I'm done. If you are wanting to put some sort of vinyl on the front of this, please use proper foam for your project, because this probably won't take much heat. So use something like a soft and stable or anything similar to that. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to attach the zipper. Just going to put the zipper face down, so the pull is face down, and you are going to sew right across here. Once that zipper has been sewn into place, you will flip it back like that, and then you will top stitch this down so it stays down. Now that this section has been sewn into place, you're going to take this section and you're going to put that right sides together and you're going to sew into place. Once again, you're going to fold over and top stitch into place, making sure that this zipper is laying flat. You're going to take this extension piece and you are going to put it right sides together. This is the right side of the fabric. It's going to put it right sides together, and you are going to sew all the way down here. And then you're going to join the other side of the pouch up, right sides together, and you are going to stitch into place. Now you're going to take the binding sections and you are going to stitch all the way down here 1/4 inch. You're going to flip the binding up. We're not going to fold over these bottom ends because it causes too much bulk. You're going to fold over in half and you're going to fold it over, and then that hides all the raw seams. So you're going to do this side and you're going to do that other side as well. Okay, so that's both bindings complete. Let's start with the circle. If you're not very confident with sewing around the circle, start at the bottom first and then do the top. So what we're going to do is take one of your circles, make sure it's right sides to right sides, and I'm not going to bother lining it up. You don't really need to find the centre and all that. What I'm going to do is start at one side, pick a side, and just start wonder clipping all the way around. The circle may seem too big, but it isn't. You just have to keep continuing to go around and easing it in, even though you've got to the part where it's clipped into place and there seems to be a bulk. Just keep going around, easing it in, because look, it's pretty much spot on. There's a little bit of overhang, but not that much. So don't cut it, just keep easing that circle in. So then we're going to stitch into place, cut off any of the excess, and don't cut into the stitches that we just did. The binding is optional, but it's going to make it look a lot more finished. So you would put that on exactly how we did just before. you're going to fold this over so it doesn't have a raw seam, and we are going to clip this all the way around. When you get to the other end, you are going to overlap the end. Let's clip that there. You're going to cut off some of this excess here, and then fold this section back, and then just clip into place. Take over to the sewing machine once again and sew all the way down. So just so you know, when I'm doing this sort of thing, I will stop and start and readjust things and put it back onto my sewing machine again, and then take it off again and readjust. And so it's not all just done all in one go. So I struggle as well, but just persevere with it, and you can have a really nice binding. Because if you keep shying away from doing stuff like this, you're never going to be able to progress into bigger things. Like, a lot of bags require you to do binding as well. So if you want to get into bag making, you're going to have to start liking binding, I'm afraid. So, yep, you're going to have to start practicing. When you sew the other side, just make sure that the zipper is open so you can actually get into your pouch, and then get the other side sewn on, exactly like you just did the other side. The only thing that's left to do is the handle for the top, so let's get that sorted. This is how we are going to do the handle. So we're going to take the two side bits in 1/4 of an inch. Fold over, fold in on itself, do the same thing on the other side, fold over in half, and then you're going to stitch into place. You're going to fold the handles in by 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to grip this and do the same with the other side. Then you're going to place them on top of the bag. So I would just hold this and take it over to the sewing machine and stitch this into place. And then go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. So here we go, here is the two bags all done. So this is the one from my blog post. As you can see, I did a double zipper. This is one from the YouTube post that I just did a single zipper on. So please subscribe to my channel, like, comment down below, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As you can see, I didn't do the binding at the bottom just yet, but you go ahead and do that. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.